Box Puzzles 3. This is the third in a series. And this is something you can give to students that are a little bit ahead or need a little bit more of a challenge. So it's just kind of interesting how numbers work. So this is an example from Box Puzzles 1. Think outside the box. So in the basic box puzzles, the students just add the numbers going across, add the numbers going down, and then when they get to the final box, it should be the same number. Now we've got some numbers on the outside in Box Puzzles 3. So they want to look and see if they can figure out the patterns. What do these numbers mean? If they look closely, they will see that 4 times 3, if they multiply these two numbers, they get the answer here. If they multiply 4 times 2, they get the product here. And then the box puzzle just works as normal. Here, 5 times 3, 5 times 2. And again, if they add across, and add down, this number is going to be 18. Okay, so it's just a little addition to box puzzles are the numbers on the outside. So then they need to figure out what these two numbers would be. Well, 6 times 4, if they multiply, they're going to get 24. And then this one, if they add going across, they're going to get 10. And it works because 30 plus 10 is 40. So just kind of play with numbers. So it's kind of fun for the kids. This one, 3 times 8, 24. 3 times 6 is 18. Add, and they get the number here. And they should see that it works if they add also going down. So they've got a few more to figure out. They're going to figure out the numbers that go in the yellow boxes. Then they've got one where there are no numbers. They've got to figure out what all 9 numbers are, a couple of those. And then they're asked to look at these numbers in the yellow boxes. Where did these two numbers come from, the 10 and the 13? And how do they relate to the numbers inside the box? So if they add going down, this is 10. And if they multiply 10 times 5, they're going to get 50. 10 times 8, they're going to get 80. 10 times 13, they get 130, and so on. And here, if they add 5 plus 8, they also get 13. 4 times 13 would give them 52. So they can just play with those numbers and see if they can figure out what the numbers do and how they affect the numbers inside the box. Now they're given another one. They have to figure out what these two numbers are. And all they need to do really is just add going across, add going down, and then just check to make sure they work. 9 times 7, 9 times 3, 8 times 7, 8 times 3, and 8 times 10. So they're given numbers with different boxes that are blacked out, and they have to see if they can figure out what those missing numbers are. Then they're giving one where they have to figure out all the numbers outside the box. What would those be? Now, as a teacher, you might want to go over slides 13 and 14 with them. This shows using area models why these box puzzles work. Okay, so this is a group of 6 squares, which would be a 2 by 3 array. 4 by 2 would be 8 squares. And if you add all the squares together, you're going to get this 14. And it works down here with the larger numbers also. It's also another way of showing distributive property. 2 times the quantity, 3 plus 4. So if you take 2 times the quantity, 3 plus 4, you're going to end up with 14, the total. 7 times the quantity, 3 plus 4, will give you the total of 49, and there's 49 total squares. So it's just another way of visually looking at distributive property. Then students are given a box puzzle and they can make up their own numbers. So it connects to the associative property, commutative property, and distributive property. Now all the completed slides are on here for the teacher. So if you want to assign it to the students, just come up here to File, make a copy of the entire presentation, and then just delete the completed slides.